Welcome to Biotech Scholar. Today in this video I'm going to talk about electron microscopes. Electron microscope was developed by two German engineers Ernst Noll and Maximilian Ruska in 1932 and was allowed for use in 1940. 1940. It uses beam of electron to produce an image of the specimen. Electromagnets are used for magnification. It is capable of much greater magnification, means 1 lakh to 5 lakh times, and has greater resolving power than the light microscope. This feature allows one to see extremely small objects, means subcellular structures, in finer details. Electron microscopes are large, expensive, and need high voltage electricity. They generally kept in a small, specially designed room, required trained professional to operate them. Electron microscope has divided into two main categories. STEM, transmission electron microscope, and SEM means scanning electron microscope. The physical properties of the electron microscopes demand specific preparation and staining technique to reveal the ultrastructure of the cells and tissue. The most important and challenging part of the electron microscopy of biological material is the preparation procedure. With every preparation, artifacts are introduced. So friend, in this class, I will cover 5 major topics. First is principle of time and cell. Second is electron specimen interaction. Third is contrast formation and imaging in TEM and SEM. Fourth is imaging using back scattered electrons. And first and fifth and final is sample preparation. So let's begin this interesting topic on the screen.
Principle of SEM and TEM. Overall design of an electron microscope is similar to that of a light microscope. In the electron microscope, the light is substituted with electrons and the glass lenses are substituted with electromagnetic or electrostatic lenses. Similarity of transmission electron microscope with a wide field light microscope. An electron beam is formed at the tip of heated filament. The electrons are accelerated with high voltage 60 to 1200 kV depending on the type of TEM and are guided through the electron microscope column by electromagnetic lenses. The beam penetrate and interact with the specimen and lead to an image. The image is monitored on the phosphorescent screen or specially designed CCD camera and recorded. In the second figure, similarity of a scanning electron microscope with confocal laser scanning microscope. An electron beam is formed at the tip of heated filament. The electrons are accelerated with voltage between 0.2 to 30 kV and are guided through the scanning electron microscope column by electromagnetic lenses. The beam is focused in the objective lens and a small beam spot is moved or scanned over the specimen surface using deflector coils. The beam interacts with the specimen and emitted electrons are detected in specific detectors and amplified using photomultiplier tubes. Emitted radiation as X-ray is detected in according detectors. Every scanned pixel on the specimen represents a pixel on the screen. Important. There is no imaging device such as CCD camera in SAM. In this figure, example of a vacuum system for a TEM, RP rotatory pump, TMP, turbomolecular pump, IGP, ion getter pump, ODF, oil diffusion pump. In this figure, different type of electron source and their properties. Electromagnetic lenses. In this figure, the magnetic field is strongest in the area of the pole piece. The focal length of the lens is changed by the current through the windings. In the second figure, electrons passing the magnetic field are deviated perpendicular to the plane defined by the magnetic field B and the velocity vector V. The black arrows demonstrate the rotation of the image. Specimen holders and stage. In this figure, thin section of specimen on a TEM grid, holders, tips, and complete specimen holder which is introduced into the goniometer of the TEM through the vacuum lock. Electron specimen interactions. The electron beam TEM and SEM hits the sample and either pass the sample unaffected or interact with it. Three different interactions of electron with an atom can be generally discerned. First is an electron of the primary beam is scattered by the electrostatic interaction with the positively charged nucleus of an atom at an angle of more than 90 degrees, yielding back scattered electron. This type of electrons has practically the same energy as the ones of the primary beam. Second is an electron of the primary beam is scattered by the electrostatic interactions with the positively charged nucleus of an atom at an angle of less than 90 degree, yielding elastically scattered electrons. Also, these electrons do not lose energy and therefore are referred to as elastically scattered electrons. Third is electron can also lose energy while interacting with the electron cloud of the atom. These are called inelastically scattered electrons. In this figure, interaction of electrons with an atom, and in the second figure, interaction of electrons with specimen or matter induced radiation and emission. Transmitted electrons like elastically scattered electrons are typically used for TEM imaging for biological specimen. Secondary electrons and back scattered electrons are mainly used for imaging in the SEM. Contrast formation and imaging in TEM and SEM. Contrast formation in biological objects, a different number of heavy metal ions stick to sample surface depending on the constituent. Example, membranes or phospholipid, ribosomes, chromosomes. Many diffracted scattered electrons hit the object aperture and do not reach the imaging device yani CCD viewing screen. Specimen spots with a lot of heavy metal will yield low signal intensity. Electron can dark spots, whereas spot with no or few heavy metal ion yield high signal intensity, means bright spots. This figure represents design of a CCD camera for electron microscopy. In this figure, interaction volume of electron beam with bulk sample, escape depth of SE, BSE and X-ray are indicated. Imaging using secondary electrons. Principle of SE detection with an Eberhard Thornley detector. Working principle of photomultiplier tube. The amplification is monitored by the voltage of the photomultiplier. Imaging using back scattered electrons. Arrangement and working principle of BSE detectors. The screenator is arranged circular around the primary beam, just breathe the object lens. BSE hit the screenator and produce photons which are guided to photomultiplier tube. As for the SE detector, the signal is amplified, converted to gray level and displayed on the computer screen. And final is sample preparation. As we have discussed in the earlier section, electron microscopes are run under vacuum condition. A high vacuum, however, is a very unfriendly environment for biological specimens like cells and tissues or composed organic hydrated matter in general. Electron microscope pose the following prerequisites of the specimen for investigation. First is resistance in the vacuum. Second is electron beam resistant. Third is providing contrast. Fourth is penetrable for electrons in transmission electron microscope. In this figure, left side classical preparation pathway for transmission electron microscope. The whole process is performed at room temperature. In right side, cryo preparation pathway for transmission electron microscopy. The specimen is frozen and slowly warmed up during freeze substitution, means low temperature dehydration. Preparation of cells and tissue for SAM. Typical preparation procedure for cells or tissue for scanning electron microscopy include the steps depicted in this figure. Left, classical preparation pathway for scanning electron microscopy. The specimen is chemically fixed and dehydrated as described for classical preparation for TAM, followed by critical point, drying and coating. In right side, cryo preparation pathway. The specimen is frozen, freeze, fractured, partially freeze dried, coat and imaged in the cold state in the SAM, means cryo SAM. The specimen always stay at low temperature and undergoes physical treatment only. Image of electron microscopes. Red blood cells. Human sperm on the surface of an ovum. Blood clot. Human chromosomes and nucleus. Fat tissue.
I hope this class is very useful for you. If you like this video, please subscribe this channel. Thank you very much.